Everyone, Kellan Olson, Arizona Sports Suns reporter. That blah, 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 blah part, Jeremy usually edits out, but we're live, so I just have to keep talking. This is fun. Hey, Kevin.
Hello,
You're Kevin
we're live.
Zimmerman.
This is what
You
we
co-host
look
a podcast with me called Empire of the Suns. What's up?
So about those mid-range shots that didn't go in last game. Game
Jeez
2,
Louise.
what, 123, 109?
Brother, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. The Suns won this basketball game. It was not eerie in the first half, but it was just really similar to game 1 in just every single facet. The Suns go on this crazy run in the last 5 minutes where they score on 10 of their last 11 possessions. They just kept going nuts. They kept going nuclear. They shot 67.5% in the middle 2 quarters, which is astronomically high. I looked at their field goal percentage, which was 58.8, and then their 30 assists. That's been done less than 10 times in the last 10 years in a playoff game. It was just crazy offensive efficiency to revive who they are as a team, really.
Yeah, and I went to Clippers' side, so their perspective is they didn't really have answers. They said, look, we just want to keep throwing different things at them, whether they're firing out and kind of hedging on some screens and then switching it up, whether they go zone, whether they throw doubles, put Kawhi on Devin Booker. I mean, they just want to give different looks, and basically the results were all the same. But I think what we learned here is the Suns found a way to read it and hand off, right? Devin Booker obviously goes crazy in the third. Kevin Durant had his moments earlier. DA had a little stretch where he actually hit some of those open mid-range shots, and then Chris Paul closed. So I think that's a positive sign for them when they react well to all these changes within a game.
I don't know if I want to go this far, but it was just a little preview. And I hate to say little preview because, again, they shot 68% in over 2 straight quarters, which is maddening. But this was just a little bit of a preview from what you're saying in terms of what this Big Four is capable of offensively. And it wasn't so much, in my opinion, the Clippers running out of decisions to make, which is something that I've talked about a lot with this Big Four particularly. It was just shot making and elite level play from all 4 guys in certain stretches. The Booker stretch in the third quarter, there was a point where he was pulling the ball out about 25 feet out, on that Footprint Center logo, pointing 3 guys in 3 different directions, letting the play run and getting a positive result every time. There's one time UConn where he called for Josh Okogie to make a screen. Psych, he's back cutting. He's open for a layup. There was one where he got, I believe, Biyombo to pull it to the left wing over there, and then he just got an open layup because no one was. And why was Biyombo out there? Why was Plumlee following him out there? I don't know. That's why Devin Booker is really, really good at basketball and way smarter about it than I am. But it was remarkable to see the way that he manipulated the game. Sounds like someone he could be learning that from, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, that third quarter, again, it was a lot of points, but it was dictating, right? Its pace. It was point book stuff. And I think when you look at, okay, Kawhi Leonard through 5 quarters in the series was the best player on the court, and I think we both tweeted that. And it's well, if that's going to be the case, the Clippers might have a good chance in this series. But when Devin Booker does that, he took that baton, if you will. KD could take that baton. Russell Westbrook took the second best player, maybe, for, I don't know. He's so inconsistent. But the point is,
he had 17 on 6 of 9, through a quarter and a half.
Yeah. But the point is, this is going to be a tough series because each team has 2 guys that are kind of showing up right now. Again, Chris Paul had some weird, just didn't want to take any threes, but he made it when it counted. He made a key pass to DA for that tough lay-in late, and I think it's just who becomes the number 3 at this point because it's still a little unclear which team can have a better number 3. I think the Suns have a better odds of finding that guy, but at this point, yeah, it's finding the number 3, I think.
So those numbers, long mid-range shots, which are about 15 feet or out for cleaning the glass, they were 16 of 22. That is 73%. And they shot 64% from the mid-range as a team, compared to the Clippers at 35%. That is something that the Clippers are going to be okay with. They're going to look at the Suns and have them at 24 three-point attempts and be like, okay, we're good with that. We're good with playing the math here. We feel like those numbers are there. At the same time, we talked about this last game, those are not going to be shots that those guys continue to miss. And they weren't even those kinds of shots in this game. They were getting worse looks, I would argue, and they were just going in because they're super high-level players. To go back to the original point, about a quarter and a half in, it just looked like they were meeting their limits in terms of the amount of time that they had played together because their inability to just click into place allowed the Clippers to be the ones who were showing the continuity through their own stuff, which was playing with a certain style of play, and just dictating what they wanted and what they wanted the team to look like or the game to look like and be the aggressors. But then they go on this crazy offensive run. And now I think game 3, this will be the most fascinated I am by either of the games so far, because it is either going to be the Suns needing to get super duper hot offensively again, or this was a turning point for them. And that is something you and I talked about a lot during that Pelicans series last year. We looked at game 5, the insane Mikal Bridges game. We're like, okay, maybe that's a turning point. No, they still had to grind and grind and grind through that game 6. And we're like, okay, maybe they got by it now. And then they play 2 games against Dallas. They kill them. Like, okay, this is the Suns. These are the 64-win Suns. And then that didn't turn out to be the case. We'll see if it's the same thing this time. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. You're heading out to LA.
That's
Have
my
fun.
7:30 a.m. flight dance.
Oh,
I'll be there.
we're excited.
I'm super excited. That's going to be a fun weekend of basketball there. Lakers and Grizzlies will be at the same time too. We'll be there for Suns Clippers though, because that's all you guys care about, unless it's the Lakers losing, I guess. I guess we can report on that too if it interests you. I don't know. We're going to leave now. Do we just say goodbye like